Welcome to this introduction to mindfulness meditation for stress reduction and self-care. My name is Deborah Prier and I teach mindfulness-based programs and workshops. And one of the main courses that I've been teaching for the past 12 years is called Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction. And this course was developed originally by John Kabat-Zinn in 1979. He was working at the University of Massachusetts Medical Center. And he developed the course as a complementary program for people who were living with chronic illness, chronic pain, and dealing with other stress-related issues. So there's been quite a bit of research on this program over the past 20 years, and I just like to share some of the benefits that people who have participated in the program have found. So they include things like an increased ability to cope with both short-term and long-term stressors, a decrease in the levels of pain that people are experiencing, as well as an increased ability to cope with pain. Other people have noticed an increase in self-esteem, a general sense of well-being, an increased ability to relax in their lives, and still other people have noticed a decrease in anxiety and depression as they learn new ways to relate to their thoughts and their feelings.
I'm someone who has experienced chronic pain for a really long time, about 12 years. And I guess at the beginning of those 12 years, I was running around from doctor to doctor trying to find the magic cure. I went to all kinds of therapies and nothing made the pain go away. And then I finally realized I had to live more in the present, and what was I going to do now until that cure came along. And that's when I was introduced to mindfulness, and I found that it's really changed my life completely.
So what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is a different way of paying attention, and there's three aspects to it: intention, attention, and attitude. In our daily lives, we're often rehashing the past or anticipating or worrying about the future. So with mindfulness, we're making an intention to pay attention to what is happening in the present moment. Our attitude is one of a non-judgmental, affectionate curiosity, bringing some kindness, some interest to our experience to discover how it actually is, rather than how we think it should be.
One of the teachings I learned was about putting things into perspective and creating space. And if I looked at the pain as just a cloud in the sky that came and went, even if it stayed all the time, I was giving no awareness to the whole sky, the whole background, everything else that was happening to me and in my life, aside from the pain. And once I had that perspective on it, I found that so useful, not only in dealing with pain, but in every other part of my life when problems come and go.
So how does mindfulness help us with stress reduction? How we perceive or interpret any event really influences the possibilities or the choices we might see for responding. So often when we're triggered by a certain event in our lives, we might find ourselves reacting automatically. So we can't control a lot of what might come up or happen to us during a day, but we really can learn to respond and have a lot of influence about how we receive what happens to us and the choices that we see about responding.
I didn't really think that meditation or mindfulness was going to work for me because I have a lot of difficulty sitting for long periods of time in one spot, and I thought that's what was required. But I found out that that isn't so, that I could stand or sit or lie down even if that would be more comfortable for me. And that made it something that I actually could do.
There's a quote by Viktor Frankl that I think really speaks to the power of mindfulness in our lives. And his quote goes something like this: "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space lies our power to choose our response. and in our response lies our growth and freedom. So if you're feeling curious about mindfulness meditation from listening to this short introduction, I'd like to invite you to listen to the accompanying audio. In this guided breath awareness meditation, we will be bringing the non-judgmental, kind, and curious attention we talked about earlier to the sensations of the movement of the breath in our body and to other body sensations.